This is Alice, my 5-inch Quarry Hunslet 040 saddle tank, based on the type found on normally narrow gauge lines in quarries and mines because of its short wheelbase, and the reason why I've got it on my railway because of my tight curves. She's a saddle tank, as I say. The water is kept in this saddle tank, hence the name, and filled through this filler at the top. She has 2 cylinders with automatic drains, so there's no need for or to worry about cylinder drain cocks. Stevenson valve gear, and she's finished in Midland red. Now let's have a look at the business end. Right, let's start at the top. There's no dome. They had a raised steam chamber on top of the firebox, and on the very top are the all-important safety valves. To the side here is the blower control. That's used to create a draft when she's not moving. Obviously, once she's moving, the draft from the exhaust then pulls the fire. On the other side is the whistle and the, of course, all important steam pressure gauge and the water gauge glass with the blowdown valve. Obviously the regulator, and underneath the firebox door. If I can get it open. And to the side of that we have the forward and reverser and the screw handbrake. On this side we have the hand pump to fill the boiler from the tank, but once she's moving there's an axle driven pump that will then do the same job. This is the other side. Not a great deal extra to see. There's the lever from the reverser, and the front smoke box door. Inside there's a blower pipe and the exhaust obviously from the cylinders, and some ash. She has been used before. I don't know, you can see the boiler tubes in there as well. Now I bought this as a painted kit from Maxitrack. Although I've driven steam engines before and had a lot of experience with battery locos, I wasn't confident enough to buy a second-hand engine because I just really didn't know what to look for. So I thought I'd buy new, and I've got all the relevant paperwork, etc. But I sort of reached a compromise and bought the painted kit, but it wasn't that difficult to put together. I had to do a bit of soldering on the water tank because there were a couple of leaks on a seam, but I've done plumbing soldering before, so that wasn't too bad. She's a nice little engine. Will pull 4 adults. If you want to see one working, a larger one than this, then there's one on the Bala Lake Railway, and I believe there was one at the Amberley Chalk Pits Museum in Sussex, or is it Surrey? I'm not sure. So there she is, the lovely Alice, which hopefully I'll be steaming up in the next video. When I got this loco, I did purchase some other bits and pieces, which I'll show you in a second. Right, first we've got some rear cab doors. They never had proper cabs because of working in tunnels and under inclined bridges, but there is a set of doors for the back. But obviously, sitting on a riding truck, it's easier not to have anything in the way. There's a shovel, a firing shovel there, and then there's this blower, battery operated, for when I first light her up, and it just creates a draft to draw the fire. There's also, I don't know what you'd call that, a pricker or something like that for raking through the fire grate. And also there's a round wire brush for cleaning the boiler tubes, which I'm a bit loath to use at the moment because it seems very tight, and I do know people who have got them stuck inside the boiler, so I'm a bit dubious about that at the moment, but I haven't used it enough to require it to be cleaned like that. One thing I will also mention, if I can get it out, and I'll probably show you that when we fire her up, but there is a cylinder lubricating point there as well underneath. But I can show you how everything works when we steam her up in another video. So there she is. So thanks for watching, and as I say, we'll steam her up at another time.